Sometimes you have to let go of what's keeping you alive in order to truly live. When I was a kid, my parents, my sister, and I escaped Vietnam in this small fishing boat with over 100 people crammed into the hull. My father was asked to be the ship's captain. After about a month of misadventures on the South China Sea, we finally came to this oil rig. My father knew how to speak English at that time, so he yelled up, "Please help us! We're refugees from Vietnam." They looked down and they said, "We can give you food and fuel, but you can't come up here." My father asked why. So they said, "There's not enough space or food up here for us and you. Sorry, but we can only help those who are in distress. And it doesn't look like you're being attacked. And by the looks of it, none of you are dying." My father kept on begging them, but they wouldn't change their minds. And none of the other refugees knew what to do because they couldn't speak English. Now, at that point in his life, my father was in his mid-30s. Back in Vietnam, he had prestige, he had wealth. He had a massive network of friends and family. But when the new government took over, they threw him into a concentration camp and took away all of his assets. The future became so bleak for my father that he was willing to give up all of his friends, all of his family, all of his prestige, all of the culture and the foods and the environments that he'd ever known, and get onto this small, old boat with a bunch of strangers just for the possibility that life might be better for his children. So now he's at this oil rig, and that possibility is so close, but they're pushing him away because his life wasn't bad enough for them to let him up there. Well, my father's disappointment, desperation, anger, and hopelessness were beginning to overwhelm him. But as all of this was happening, his mind grabbed onto a thought. And as this thought grew stronger and stronger, he ran down into the hull of the ship and started kicking and punching at the wooden boards. The people around him thought he was going crazy. He just finally snapped. So they jumped on him and tried to restrain him. But he said, no. If we destroy the boat, then they're going to help us. They had no idea what he was talking about. But he was the ship's captain. And he did get us through a lot of really nasty situations. So they obeyed. As we were huddled on the deck of the ship with everything sinking around us, my father looks up and says, "Is this what you mean by distress?" They rolled their eyes. I was like, fine, come on up. I hear people say, just let go. Like it's an easy choice to just let go of something or some habit. It's a lot more complicated than that. And generally, it's easier to have a choice to let go if we have something else that we can hold on to. My father literally let go of what was keeping us alive. But the reason he was able to do that was because he was able to hold on to a word, distress. And the idea that that word could lead us to a better life, a life of freedom. What have you been able to let go of? And what were you able to hold on to allow for that?